Jack Reacher Never Go Back is the sequel to the Jack Reacher movie that came out a few years ago. It stars Tom Cruise. It's directed by Edward Zwick. Edward Zwick I'm a big fan of. He and Tom Cruise collaborated on a movie years ago called The Last Samurai. You may have heard of it. Love that movie. And I was excited to see this movie as a result. It follows up Jack Reacher from the first one. He's still going around doing odd jobs, you know, helping out, being the invisible man, so to speak. He starts talking with this military major played by Colby Smulders. When he decides to go visit this military major, he finds out that she's been imprisoned and locked up for something that she apparently didn't do. When he tries to look into it further, it turns out that he gets arrested for something that he didn't do. So he busts her out, and then they have to go on the run, and along the way they meet this girl who may or may not be Tom Cruise's daughter. And at that point they have to figure out who's framing them and why, and who's at the bottom of this, while also protecting this girl who may or may not be Tom Cruise's daughter. 2016, once again, the year of shitty sequelitis continues. It's unbelievable. There are a few things that I like about this movie. I mean, Tom Cruise is watchable. Granted, that's a step down from Tom Cruise being likable in most of his movies. He's not as likable in this movie, but he is watchable. The action scenes are reasonably entertaining, I guess. You honestly think that I wanted to go to a Jack Reacher movie saying that it's reasonably entertaining? Come on, man. Shit. Jack Reacher Never Go Back is a movie that needs to go back to wherever the hell it came from. I never need to lay eyes on it again because this movie is really close to being a piece of shit. Let's start with the action. Edward Zwick is a guy that can do really good, epic, sweeping action sequences. I was really excited to see him and how he was going to film the action in this movie. And turns out the action in this movie is pretty much just like the rest of the movie. It's really formulaic, it's really generic, it's really basic. The problem with the action scenes in this movie is that they have no life to them. They have no energy, they have no gumption, no backbone, no spine, no balls. Instead of balls to the wall action, it's pretty much stuck in a wall without balls type of action, if that's even a thing. Which is really a frustrating thing and surprising that Edward Zwick didn't really bring any of his usual flair or style to these action scenes. They're just kind of safe, and they're there, and they happen, and you're somewhat entertained by them. There's not a single action sequence from this movie that I'm gonna walk away going, damn, that shit was dope. The actors themselves, I don't know if it's a result of the directing or the writing or just bad performances all around. And I shouldn't say bad performances because nobody was really bad in this movie. The problem is nobody was really good in this movie either. Tom Cruise, first time in a long time that I'm saying this, but he was sleepwalking through most of this movie. One of the things I like about Tom Cruise is that he usually gives 110% effort in every movie that he's in. In this movie, it was pretty much more of like C-. He gave a 75% effort. Colby Smulders was fine, but you know, I expected her to be fine. She didn't really blow me away. There's a young actress who plays Tom Cruise's would-be daughter in this movie. This character was annoying as fuck. Her character is one of the most irritating and frustrating characters that I've seen in a movie this year. All she really does is act as the moody teenager, and then the other half of the movie, she's always getting into trouble. She's always starting up shit. She's always constantly doing stupid shit to get them all in trouble. I understand why they tried to throw the daughter element into the movie to try to add some depth to Jack Reacher's character. The problem is it doesn't work if I don't like the girl, and I don't like the girl in this movie. She's not likable. Granted, nobody else is really likable in this shitty movie either, but still, the daughter subplot feels really shoehorned into this movie. Like, it really did not even need to be there. It felt like something that was tacked on, like a late reshoot or something like that. Like, that's how much it didn't fit with the rest of the story. Speaking of story, the biggest problem with this movie is that it is a cluttered, clunky, scatterbrained clusterfuck of a mess. This story not only is not as good as the first movie, but they try to be bigger. They try to be more bloated, a bigger story, bigger stakes, big. Sometimes, people, I gotta tell you, less is more. That was one of the best things about the first Jack Reacher movie, is that it was kind of a self-contained story, and it kind of focused on its mystery and the intrigue of it. The way the story is told is so sloppily executed. It's so shitty in its storytelling. It's just really hard to keep up with this movie. It's really hard to follow what's going on, and after a while, you just don't give a shit anymore. I was sitting there in my seat like this. Wait, whoa, hey, go back. What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? Hey, what? Hey, who's that? Where are we going? Wait, whoa, stop. Just wait! Fuck! So when the story is sloppy and the characters aren't really likable, it makes for a pretty boring time at the movies. Other than a few moments, this is a guilty pleasure movie for sure. That's why I'm gonna say watching this movie was like being stuck in Smallville. Please understand that when I give it a guilty pleasure rating, I am in fact saying that this is not a good movie. It's a bad movie. Don't go see it. Don't waste your time on it. However, if there is a Saturday off in the future where you're bored shitless, where you have nothing to do, you've exhausted all the food in your refrigerator, you're going out later on that night, but in the meantime, you're just sitting around twiddling your thumbs, this movie just happens to come on TNT and FX, sure. Watch it before you take a nap. Why not? Guys, that is my review of Jack Reacher. Let me know what you think about it. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, if you like what you see, tell me how you feel and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.